Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely pumped to dive into this one with you today because we are looking at something truly spectacular. When you think of Dubai, you probably picture dizzying heights, record-breaking architecture, and skylines that look like they were literally plucked out of the year 3000. And you know what? You'd be absolutely right. Dubai offers this dizzying array of elevated experiences, but actually choosing the right one for your trip, that can be incredibly overwhelming.
So let's get right into it, because there is a massive, widespread myth out there that I really want to challenge today. The myth is basically this. If you visit Dubai, you simply have to go to the highest possible point, and that the highest point automatically guarantees the best view. But is that actually true? Does paying a premium just to stand at the very top of the Burj Khalifa actually give you the exact travel memory you're looking for?
To figure that out, we're going to break things down logically. Here's our agenda for today. First, choosing your Dubai view. Second, the scale versus shape debate. Third, thrills, pools, and heights. Fourth, immersive worlds and wildcards. And finally, budget views and photography. By the end of this explainer, you are going to know exactly which ticket perfectly matches your travel style. Starting with part 1, choosing your Dubai view and debunking that altitude myth. Okay, so Dubai actually has 5 major observation decks. And honestly, the biggest rookie mistake you can make is assuming they're all just interchangeable, smaller versions of the Burj Khalifa. Because height isn't everything. Every single viewpoint in this city was deliberately positioned to offer something entirely different, ranging from historical contrast all the way to pure adrenaline. Spending top dollar to reach the absolute highest point doesn't always yield the best photos or the best experience for what you personally want to see. In fact, the visual difference between being 450 meters up and 555 meters up is way, way smaller than the massive price gap suggests. Moving on to part 2, the scale versus shape debate. It's the Burj Khalifa versus the view at the Palm. This comparison brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean about distinct purposes. On one side, we have the Burj Khalifa. It is all about sheer scale. Sitting at 452 to 555 meters up, depending on your ticket, you get a complete sweeping city panorama. You basically see the whole world. But the catch? You are so high up and so far away that the famous Palm Jumeirah just looks like a fuzzy little landmass in the distance. And you're paying anywhere from 169 to over 449 dirhams for that. On the flip side, we have the view at the Palm. This one is all about a specific shape. At 240 meters high, you get this absolute perfect top-down view of the Palm Jumeirah's fronds and crescent. In this view, the Burj Khalifa is just a tiny part of the distant skyline, and it costs roughly 100 to 120 dirhams. So it really boils down to a choice. Do you want to see the whole world or one unmistakable masterpiece? Section 3, thrills, pools, and heights. Let's explore the Sky Views Observatory and Aura Sky Pool. First up is the Sky Views Observatory. Located 219 meters up on the 52nd floor of the Address Skyview Hotel, the main deck costs about 120 dirhams. But the real draw here is the 65 dirham add-on, the glass slide. You literally sit on a special mat and zip down a completely transparent glass tube on the outside of the building between 2 towers. Now, if you're a bit nervous, just keep this in mind. The anticipation is way scarier than the slide itself. It's only 35 meters long, and the whole thing is over in about 7 seconds. You are simply moving too fast to truly process the height. It's a quick, super fun burst of adrenaline. Think thrill, not genuine terror. But hey, if adrenaline isn't really your thing, how about some unprecedented luxury? Enter the Aura Sky Pool. This is perched 210 meters up on the 50th floor of the Palm Tower, and it actually holds the record as the world's highest 360-degree transparent infinity pool. Because it has glass walls on all 4 sides, when you swim up to the edge, you are looking straight down at the marina and the palm. It is this amazing, vertigo-inducing sensation that photos just can't fully capture. And the absolute pinnacle here? The sunset session, where the light turns the Arabian Gulf completely gold and the marina towers glow amber. Now, I know exactly what you might be thinking when you see that price. 295 dirhams for a weekday afternoon session. It definitely looks steep at first glance. But here is the insider secret to the Aura Sky Pool. It operates on a credit model. Out of that 295, about 150 dirhams actually goes right back toward their food and beverage menu. And the food is great. They have excellent meze, sushi-style rolls, and a really thoughtful non-alcoholic mocktail menu. So your wallet can actually take a bit of a breather because the pool-only premium is much closer to 145 dirhams. For a genuine bucket list luxury experience in Dubai, this is exceptional value. Part 4, Immersive Worlds and Wildcards, featuring Ayn Dubai and Aya Universe. Let's talk about Ayn Dubai for a second. This is a staggering 250-meter-tall observation wheel that gives you this incredibly slow, relaxing 38-minute panoramic rotation for 145 dirhams. It's a gorgeous, distinctive experience. However, there is a massive caveat you need to know about. Ain Dubai has a history of really extended, unpredictable closures. We're talking being offline for roughly 2 years at one point. So while it is highly regarded when it's open, it is a very risky anchor for your itinerary. Definitely treat this one as a bonus option. Check its operational status right before your trip, but whatever you do, don't build your entire day around it. Now, if you want a guaranteed escape, especially when that Dubai summer heat is actively trying to melt the shoes off your feet, you need to look indoors to Aya Universe. For just 110 dirhams, you get access to this massive 40,000 square foot indoor light and sound park inside Wafi City Mall. It features 12 fantastical interactive zones. We're talking glowing bioluminescent gardens, celestial creatures, and these surreal reverse waterfalls. It takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to fully explore, and it perfectly blends futuristic art and tech for an incredibly immersive experience. Finally, Part 5, Budget, Views, and Photography. Looking at the Dubai frame and some awesome free spots. When we actually stack all the major observation decks side by side, take a close look at the Dubai frame. It completely, utterly dominates the value category. At just 50 dirhams for a 45 to 60-minute visit, it is far and away the easiest yes decision for paid attractions in the whole city. But it's not just cheap, it's a totally unique architectural concept. The Dubai frame is literally exactly what it sounds like, a giant 150-meter-tall picture frame. When you step out onto its glass-floored skybridge, you are physically standing right on the boundary dividing the city. If you look one way, you see Old Dubai, Dera, Bur Dubai, all the beautiful low-rise heritage architecture and the creek. But turn around and look the other way, you see New Dubai, the ultra-modern downtown skyline, Business Bay, and the Burj Khalifa. You are getting a simultaneous, unmatched view of Dubai's past and future from the exact same spot. And hey, if your budget for views is strictly zero, Dubai absolutely still has you covered for photography. Let's rapid-fire some of the best completely free ground-level spots. Kite Beach gives you amazing golden sand and gorgeous sunset views of the Burj Al Arab. The Dubai Marina Walk offers striking evening reflections of the glass towers right on the water. The Al Fahidi historical neighborhood provides this incredible contrast with its wind towers and narrow old world lanes. And the Burj Khalifa Lake in downtown gives you these pristine mirror-like reflections of the tower itself at dusk. A quick pro tip for getting the best shots: go early on a weekday morning or during the golden hour. You'll get the absolute best light and completely bypass the crowds. So let's tie all of this together with the golden rules of Dubai views. Step 1. Please do not stack multiple observation decks into a single day. Between the transit, the security lines, and walking miles through massive malls, you will completely burn out and literally be asleep by 4 p.m. Space them out. Step 2. If you want a sunset slot, especially at the Burj Khalifa or a sky pool, you must book 2 to 3 weeks in advance. No exceptions, they sell out fast. Step 3. Like we mentioned, always check Ain Dubai's operational status right before your trip so you don't show up to a closed sign. And that brings us to the end of our explainer today. We've seen that higher doesn't automatically mean better. It's truly all about what kind of memory you want to create. So I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought as you plan your trip. When you step into that elevator and finally look down on Dubai, do you want to see the whole wide world stretching out before you? Or do you want to gaze down at a single perfect masterpiece? Figure out the answer to that question, and you'll know exactly which ticket to buy. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy exploring.